female welterweight battle. Coming from Budapest, Hungary, she's heavyweight in 2 professional fights, weighing at 62.1 kilograms. Judit, SURAN. And now, representing Germany with once born in Togo, and defeating 10 professional fights, winning 9 by way of knockouts, weighing at 64.5 kilograms. Please welcome Bintou SCHMILL. The referee of his last fight of the evening live and exclusive on Eurosport. Coming from Germany, please, the applause for Mr. Christian Runde.
I wish a clean and fair fight. Listen to my commands all the time, okay? No headbutts, no low blows, okay? Good luck to both of you. Shake hands, go back with the corners.
So Bintou SCHMILL. And this is Judit SURAN. And as we said, the women's fight game is getting a lot more coverage these days, Richie. As we've mentioned some of the names, the likes of Hammer and Hernandez, Celia Breaker's still around, Holly Holm still there as well. And that is the type of company that SCHMILL wants to be operating in. And to do so, she's got to get rid of opponents like SURAN. Remember, 2 minutes each these rounds for these fighters.
And because of that, Tim, because of the 2 minutes, then the pace tends to be a little bit quicker. And the girls these days, they are very skillful, very fast hands.
Which is what makes it good to watch.
Yeah, it is good to watch. It's less power, but it's more speed. And the tempo tends to be a little bit faster because, as I say, it's only over 2 minute rounds. We've seen SCHMILL a couple of times, and she's fairly powerful, actually. She'll switch hit also. She'll go from orthodox to southpaw. But she does carry a fair degree of power. SCHMILL got those 9 knockouts on her record from the 10 contests. And this is a tough ask for SURAN. 38 also.
Yeah, to
less
come
experienced.
To Germany.
She's got to keep those hands nice and high.
Again, she's got quite a nice loose and languid style, isn't she, SCHMILL? And as you said, we've seen her before, and she can switch to orthodox, or she can switch back to southpaw. She can fight any way she fancies, so it appears. And she's had little trouble so far with the quality of the opposition that she's faced. And she should really have too much in every department here for the 38-year-old Hungarian. Just opening up, just knocking it. That's a great uppercut then, as SURAN just squealed in a bit of pain then as that landed. And for a moment, you wondered whether or not she was going to go down for the first time in the fight. But coming good at the end of the round, Bintou SCHMILL.
Yeah, put on a good burst at the end of the round, SCHMILL. SURAN started to work well with the jab, but then gets caught at the end. Her feet come square herself, gets caught with a right uppercut. There it was there, and a right hand also to follow. Well, SCHMILL coming forward, lands the right hand. That was right on the bell. So a good last 20 seconds or so for SCHMILL. Definitely took the opening round.
Oh, she appears to have barely a raised heartbeat and pulse after the first round. Operating well within herself, whereas she felt the full power of SCHMILL toward the end of that round with that great right uppercut. There she goes, doing what we were talking about Braidis doing in the earlier fight, leaning in with that left jab to land low in the body and then following up with an overhand right. Sensibly, SURAN is staying very much at distance.
She's got quite a good jab herself, SURAN. There's that right hand. The problem is when Schmill comes forward, her feet tend to come a little bit square. See, look, there's the feet there coming square, although she's coming forward. So she doesn't really retreat in the proper way, retaining her balance. If her feet come square, that's when she becomes open a little bit.
Well, she's come out of her shell a bit in the second round, SURAN. She's landed a couple of half-decent shots, but nothing really to stop the forward momentum of Schmill. I think Schmill might have looked at the records here. It's a great jab. I fancied an early night here.
She has got some good variation in her work, Schmill. She works well with her jab. And then there's that straight right hand also. She's got a very relaxed guard. She's open herself, but she's very dominant coming forward.
A straight tape on the glove, which needs attention in the final few seconds of round 2. And there it is, the end of the second round. Better round that for SURAN. Did she do enough to nick it?
No, I don't think she did. I thought Schmill still won the round, but it was a better response from SURAN because she got caught with a couple of heavy shots towards the end of the first round. But she came out and she did quite well here. Just walked onto a shot there. But look how square her feet are there. You see how she's coming forward. She's got to retain a better base and balance. It just gets caught there with a straight jab also.
SURAN had a points victory over 4 rounds on her initial debut. And her initial debut, Richie, was in April of 1998. So you wonder actually why she fell out of love with the sport, but she's obviously been doing something elsewhere. And she's still in good shape. She's back into the ring in March of this year, only a week ago in actual fact.
As Schmill comes forward, what SURAN should be doing here, just target a straight right hand, because as she comes forward with a very low left hand. Look, she's open to the right hand counter. There it was there, that's not too far away, but she's got to get the timing right on it. Schmill is, yeah, and she's so used to pushing her opponents back, you see. She's a very strong girl, is Schmill.
And going for the uppercuts, been the feature punch of the night for Schmill so far. But this is a game opponent, Judit SURAN.
Yeah, she's done quite well, SURAN.
Just beginning to cut the ring down a bit is Schmill, finding it more difficult to get out the way. But she's quite happy at this stage to stand and trade and even push Schmill back, which is what she's doing there.
And that's a rare occasion, isn't it? Because not many opponents actually push Schmill back. So SURAN's having a little bit of success here.
And she's not landing anything, SURAN, which is hurting her opponent here. But she is landing shots. Again, just with the dying few seconds. Not an impressive round from Schmill.
No, I think SURAN may have just done enough to win that round. Definitely a closer round. But again, SURAN is showing a little bit of bottle here. Working very well. There's that straight right hand that I talked about, but just misses the target with that one. But nevertheless, quite a positive response. Gets caught with the right hand there. Schmill, dominant coming forward, but at the same time, look at that for a shot. That's a lovely shot from SURAN there. And on the odd occasion, she gets caught with the right uppercut there, but on the odd occasion, she pushed Schmill back.
It's all very calm and very relaxed in their corner. Confident the job will be done. Round 4 of 6 in this welterweight division. Right to start, but again, SURAN is happy to meet fire with fire.
Positive start to the round from Schmill. She knew she didn't have things all her own way in that previous round, so she started very aggressively coming forward here, pushing SURAN back. But SURAN, fair play, holding her ground occasionally and returning fire. It's the right uppercut on the inside that SURAN has got to watch out for. Big shots going in again from Schmill.
Again, SURAN sucks them up. Ranked just outside of the top 10 at 17, Bintou SCHMILL. As we said, it's a division which is dominated by South Americans. Now using all of her energies at the moment, SURAN, just to repel SCHMILL.
SCHMILL is very strong coming forward. It's difficult to actually push her back. SURAN's the type of boxer where she needs just a bit of
left hook.
Bit of space between herself and an opponent, and that's what SCHMILL is denying her. She's getting up close, whipping shots over the top. Difficult to keep her at bay. SURAN much prefers the long straight shots.
Took some big shots there in the final 30 seconds, did Judit SURAN.
Good round for SCHMILL there.
It's good to see the crowd have stuck around as well. They're very, I know we've said this before about German boxing audiences being very appreciative of everybody that's on the bill. When the show starts, they're there.
Yeah, they are indeed, and they've stayed for this one, which is turning out to be quite an exciting contest. SCHMILL coming forward, getting back on track in this round. That was a good shot there. Her confidence is high again. And SURAN there just taking the shots. Probably needs a little bit more head movement to try and avoid the odd shot here and there, but good right hand from SCHMILL there.
She's ranked behind Rola El Halabi in the ranking, certainly in Germany and indeed the world. Halabi, the IB8 World Super Lightweight title holder, the WBF title holder as well. Well, she hasn't done enough, SCHMILL, to actually wear her opponent down. Is she still there?
I think you've got to give SURAN a lot of credit.
Yeah,
she's really showed her mettle in this contest, took some big shots, but she's still there. And it's not all one-way traffic. She is coming back occasionally with her own work.
Well, I think they might have looked at this and thought this might be another 1 or 2 round blowout here. As somebody that's had one fight in 17 years, who's 8 years the senior of the up-and-comer.
See, SURAN does the basics quite well in terms of working with the jab and the straight right hand, but you can see from Schmill, she's just got a little more natural ability than her opponent. And she throws punches from different angles, she'll bring them to the middle, gets a lot of power in her work, and she's just got a little bit more natural talent, Schmill.
Well, she's not looked close to actually dropping her opponent here after the early scare with that right uppercut, but again she's good at ducking out, turning away from the ropes. She's not getting caught on the ropes for any period of time. SURAN, very agile, very mobile. She's taken plenty of shots, but it's done nothing to slow her movement down. Oh, that was a good left hook, and the right hand to follow it. And there, for the first time in a couple of rounds, SURAN was in trouble there. And it looked, she was just teetering on the brink of going down. But she maintained her feet.
Similar pattern that's emerging now, isn't it? At the end of the round, Schmill seems to finish the round very strong. He's got that inbuilt clock, if you like. That last 20-30 seconds, she starts to pour it on a little bit, impresses the judges, really tests her opponent. And SURAN there took some big shots right towards the end of the round. And as you said, Tim, just at one point looked like she may go down, but fair play to it. Stayed on her feet, gets caught with a shot there, and then another one. And just got to the end of the round.
One more round to go. Well, they deserve a round of applause, SURAN and Bintou SCHMILL. She got enough left here at SCHMILL to actually end this inside the distance. Remember, she's 10-0, 9 opponents have been stopped. It's been 4 years since she actually went the distance. SCHMILL, 2011, against Suzanne Brewer. She was the last one. Oh, that was the right hand. Not the uppercut, but just bouncing off the chin, and I think she's had enough, and that is a really brave attempt by Judit SURAN. And they come to her rescue, but she took too many big shots in the end, and it caught up with her there.
She's got caught in the corner, and one problem she's had all night is that she holds her head quite high. She doesn't have the chin on the chest and gets caught with a super right hand from SCHMILL there, who really went for it. He was very confident going into this round, and she just caught SURAN there with a great shot. It really was in that corner. Brave performance from SURAN. It just gets caught here. Look, chin in the air, look, gets caught there, and then there's one coming up after that in this corner here. Chin's up, and that's the shot. Peach of a punch right on the point of the chin. Difficult to keep her opponent at bay, but there it was there, look. And she just sank to her knees. Good shot from SCHMILL. And up until that point, SURAN had done really well to keep her at bay. Fought a brave fight, but that was just one too many.
Well, she will go onwards. Bintou SCHMILL, aka the Voice, as she is known. For 4 years she's been operating as a professional, and again, when you look down that record, Richie, now is the time, really, isn't it, to start putting her in to fights where she's, well, a few more like that, maybe.
I think so. Very impressive record. Producing punches like that late on in a fight also, then yeah, that's pretty impressive. Good competitive bout actually. But SCHMILL always seemed to be in control of things.
So then it is Bintou SCHMILL who ends the night with victory. It's been an interesting night. We've seen some of the up-and-coming young German heavyweights, Dennis the Don Key with an easy victory. Perhaps the most impressive, Richie, was Ilya Mezenchev, the 19-year-old German heavyweight.
Something to work with there, yeah. He's tall, he's rangy, got good, decent power. He's a switch hitter. But yeah, you can work with him. He's not bad at all.
And a good night for Mairis Braidis as well. In the week that he signed his co-promotional deal with Kathy Duva's main events over in the USA, they'll have been quite happy with his performance as well.